In the beginning of the story, we see an adventurer named Rentt standing alone inside a cave, and in front of him was a giant dragon. Being a bronze level adventurer, Rentt could not face that giant bird dragon even if he wanted to, and the very next moment that dragon bird attacks Rentt. In the next scene, we see that when Rentt regains consciousness, he finds himself inside the same cave where the dragon had attacked him. Now when Rentt looks at himself in the water nearby, he is completely shocked because he has now turned into a skeleton. Rentt cannot believe his new form and he shouts loudly that this cannot happen. In the next scene, we see that they were so busy in their research that they even forgot to sleep. After that, Rentt gets ready, takes his sword and leaves the house. During this, he tells us that adventurers wake up early in the morning because they can get good work from their guild. Rentt tells that their guild gives them work according to their rank and ability, and the guild has all kinds of work from cleaning to monster killing. Rentt was looking for a task according to himself in the guild, when suddenly his friends come there and ask Rentt if he is going to Labyrinth Moon Reflection again. On this, Rentt says yes, if no good work is available. Then Rentt's friend asks him how he manages to do so much work alone. After they leave, Rentt heads towards Labyrinth Moon Reflection. During this, Rentt also tells that his friends and most adventurers form parties, but he does not join them, because even after being an adventurer for 10 years, he is still at bronze level, due to which he does not consider himself better. After that, Rentt reaches near the cave of Labyrinth Moon Reflection. Labyrinth Moon Reflection was actually a mysterious and scary tunnel dug out from inside the earth, in which monsters and dragons used to live. Adventurers kill monsters and dragons and earn money by selling the precious things found in their bodies. But no one knew the truth of Labyrinth Reflection, where the dragons and monsters came from. Upon entering, Rentt sees a new door open. Rentt becomes very happy seeing that door and goes inside it. Rentt was confident that he might find some magical thing or treasure inside that door. Rentt was thinking happily that even if he doesn't find any treasure or magical thing inside this mysterious door's cave, he can earn a lot of money by telling his guild about this mysterious door. Now when Rentt enters a secret cave inside that door, a giant dragon appears in front of him which attacks Rentt. And this was the same scene we saw at the beginning of the story. In the next scene, we see that after the dragon's attack, when Rentt regains consciousness, and this is the reason that even after becoming a skeleton he is alive. Due to being immortal, now he will not die, nor can any priest purify him, but he has no body. Now he has become an undead monster. Rentt also thinks about going back to his city, but then he remembers. After some time, Rentt starts roaming around in the caves inside Labyrinth Moon Reflection, and thinks that in a few days when solo adventurers come this way, he will ask them for advice on what he should do. But then he remembers that if he goes in front of solo adventurers in this form, they too will consider him a monster and attack him. Therefore, first of all he has to practice speaking, because due to not having a body he cannot make sound. Now Rentt sees a skeleton monster coming towards him to attack him. At this time Rentt is feeling himself weaker than even an ordinary human. At this time Rentt and the skeleton monster were equal in power, but Rentt still had his memories with him, due to which he could use his experience. Rentt first increases his power by using his soul energy. Now because every living being has soul energy, he first increases his power by using his soul energy, and then attacks with his sword and kills the skeleton. After the skeleton monster dies, all its soul energy is absorbed by Rentt, seeing which he is completely shocked, and now he is feeling himself more powerful than before. Now Rentt remembers his teacher's words who had once told Rentt that there is a mysterious quality in monsters. With time and experience they get the chance to grow. A skeleton monster usually always remains a skeleton monster, but on some occasions it evolves into a ghoul. Existencia also tells that she is currently researching on existence evolution. Now he understands that he too can turn into a ghoul with the help of evolution. Ghoul is actually like an undead skeleton monster, but they have flesh on their body like a dried dead body. After that, he decides to kill these skeletons in the labyrinth and absorb their power to become a ghoul himself. Because after becoming a ghoul, he can cover the skeleton body with a mask, and by wearing a mask on his face, he can go back to the city. On the other hand, we see Rentt's teacher who was waiting for Rentt, and after a long time when he doesn't come, she decides to cook food herself. On the other hand, in the labyrinth, Rentt kills 5 skeleton monsters one by one, and by absorbing their soul energy, he is feeling himself more powerful than before. In the labyrinth, Rentt sees a slime monster. Slime monsters are weak monsters, but because Rentt was a skeleton, he goes in front of the slime monsters hiding cleverly. Seeing Rentt in front of it, the slime monster tries to attack him with acid, but Rentt dodges its attack and kills the slime monster by attacking it with his sword. After killing the slime monster, Rentt obtains the magic stone inside it, and then starts collecting its slime in a bottle. As long as slime monsters are alive, their slime is acidic, but after they die their slime completely changes, and it can also be used as skincare. Therefore Rentt can earn money by selling this slime. In the next scene we see Rentt sitting inside the cave thinking that now he neither feels hungry nor sleepy, and all this is happening because he has no body. Rentt is very happy seeing this, that he can use his soul and divine power. Rentt now estimates that he can defeat 2 monsters at once, but if he has to face 3 or more monsters, then it could be his end too. But in this labyrinth it was impossible to find such a big group or squad. After this Rentt thinks about how he spent full 20 years to become an adventurer, during which he did hard training without holidays, learnt magic from his teacher, and did many small jobs. But still he remained a bronze level adventurer. Rentt now decides to become an adventurer above platinum and gold level, which is mithril level. At this time Rentt is full of enthusiasm, so he easily kills the skeleton monster coming in front, and also kills a giant slime monster. Because his powers were increasing, he was quite happy, and he transforms into a ghoul. Now Rentt is looking like a dried dead body. This makes Rentt very happy, but he is still not able to speak properly, because his body is not complete yet, so he practices speaking. Now there is hope inside him that he can become a high-level rank adventurer. After that we see that after becoming a ghoul, Rentt finds 2 goblin monsters in the labyrinth, but now because Rentt has become much more powerful, he decides to face both of them. Rentt first makes himself and his sword powerful by using soul and divine power, and then attacks both goblins and kills them. Rentt realizes that now he has become more powerful than his human form. Now Rentt sees a solo adventurer inside the labyrinth who is fighting a skeleton alone, and somehow kills it. This solo adventurer is none other than the same adventurer sent by Sela, who had very little knowledge of battle, but was good at swordsmanship. If Rentt had not become a labyrinth, then perhaps these two would have become partners. Seeing that solo adventurer, Rentt becomes very happy, because after many days he met a human, but he cannot go in front of her in this condition. Now Rentt sees that the adventurer starts moving forward on that dangerous path where high-level demons and monsters live. Here a skeleton monster appears behind that adventurer and starts attacking her. The adventurer bravely faces that skeleton, but because she had no experience of fighting, she cannot last long in front of the monster. Rentt was watching her from a distance. That skeleton starts overpowering the adventurer and holds her sword in its hands. The girl is very scared at this time, but before the monster can harm the girl, Rentt comes there, who cuts that skeleton in half using his soul and divine power and saves her. The adventurer gets very scared seeing Rentt and tells him to stay away from her. Rentt somehow tells her that my name is Rentt and I am also an adventurer. Hearing Rentt's words, the girl asks Rentt if he has any kind of disease. On this he tells her, no, I am dead and now I have become a ghoul. The girl tells him her name is Rina and asks him if she can go back. On this Rentt tells her that yes, she can go back because he is not going to kill her, but she will have to help him. On Rina asking, he tells her to buy clothes for him so that he can go back to the city, and he gives her all the magical stones he has collected by killing monsters so far. Rina understands that Rentt is completely different from other ghouls and monsters, so she decides to help Rentt, and taking the magical stones given by him, she leaves from labyrinth. After she leaves, Rentt thinks that because Rina is an adventurer, it must be quite difficult for her to trust a ghoul, but I feel she will not betray me. In the next scene we see Rina reaching Sela. Sela tells Rina that I am glad to see that you are not hurt anywhere, because even after sunset when you didn't return, I started worrying about you. On this Rina tells Sela that a lot happened in the labyrinth, but I also want to ask you something. On the other hand, we see Rentt fighting a giant flood monster in the labyrinth, and now because Rentt has become much more powerful, he easily kills that monster. Now Rentt hears Rina's voice, who is calling Rentt loudly, after which he goes to Rina and is happy to see that Rina has come back. This time when Rentt talks to Rina, he is speaking better than before. When Rina asks him about it, he tells that he has practiced speaking a lot. Hearing this, Rina tells Rentt that this is a very good idea. After that he looks at the clothes brought by Rina, which he likes very much. Rina had brought good clothes for Rentt, but along with that she had also brought white bandages to cover his hands and feet. Rentt becomes very happy seeing this and thinks how good this girl is. When Rentt wears all the clothes, he looks much better than before, and Rina also likes him very much in that dress. She praises him and tells him to see himself in the mirror she brought. When he sees himself in the mirror, he realizes that the suit she brought really looks good on him, but his face is quite ugly, which Rentt tries to hide with the cap of his suit. Rina, seeing this, tells him to wear the mask she brought. After wearing it, Rentt's ugly face gets hidden. Rentt becomes quite happy seeing this, but suddenly he realizes that the mask has stuck to his face. On Rentt asking, she tells him that she had bought this mask quite cheap. She also says that she had checked if there was any curse on this mask. Hearing this, Rentt estimates that the curse must have activated after wearing it, so he tries to break the curse and remove the mask by using his divine power. And Rina is shocked seeing that he can use divine power. Anyway, because the divine power ends, he cannot remove the mask. Rina, seeing this, apologizes to Rentt that she gave him a cursed mask. Rentt says there is no need for you to apologize, and during this he accidentally touches her too. He apologizes to her for this, but now Rina herself holds Rentt's hand and says, I know you are a good person, so now I am not afraid of you. Hearing her words, Rentt understands that she is forcing herself to trust him, so he tells Rina not to force yourself until you really trust me. On this, Rina says it won't take much time. After this, Rina tells Rentt to go back to the city. After that, both of them sit in a horse carriage and head towards Malt City. On the way, Rina tells Rentt that she had come to Malt City to become an adventurer, but after coming to the city, she found out that there are many better and high-level adventurers living here. There was no work for Rina in Malt City, but she had always wanted to become an adventurer, so she decided to go to the labyrinth, because both labyrinths were quite close. Hearing Rina's words, Rentt explains to her, look, I can understand how you are feeling, but an adventurer should be afraid because you have only one life. Rina likes his words very much. Anyway, after some time, both of them reach the city gate. Rentt tells Rina that he has many acquaintances here, so if he shows his ID, there might be problem for him. On this, she tells him to go from the other gate. After that, Rentt thanks her and says, now I don't want anyone to help me, because after my truth is revealed inside the city, you might lose your adventurer license too. On this, Rina says, because of you I am alive today, so I can even give my life for you. After that, Rina and Rentt move forward from there. At the gate, the guards check Rina's ID and let her go inside, but they stop Rentt at the gate and tell him to remove the mask. He gets scared hearing this, but Rina lies to the guards that during a fight with a monster, Rentt's face got badly injured, so he is using the mask to hide it, but because the mask is cursed, it cannot be removed. Hearing Rina's words, the guards themselves try to remove Rentt's mask, but they also cannot remove the mask, so they believe their words and let them enter the city. After entering the city, Rentt takes the opportunity to hide away from Rina, and Rina starts looking for him everywhere. Rentt did this so that Rina doesn't get into more trouble, and he decides that when he completely gets a human body, he will go and apologize to her. After that, Rentt goes back to Lauren, who is sleeping at this time. Seeing him in the mask, Lauren tells him not to scare her like this. On this, Rentt shows her his hand, seeing which Lauren is completely shocked and asks Rentt, what happened to you? After that, Lauren tells Rentt, you know, I have done a lot of research on monsters and magic, but I have never read anywhere that a dragon ate an adventurer and he became a skeleton. By the way, is that dragon still present in the labyrinth? On this, he says no. Hearing Rentt's words, Lauren tells him that at this time I cannot trust you. Rentt understands that Lauren cannot trust him because of his new form. After that, Lauren asks him, are you still Rentt or an undead? On this, he tells her, I have Rentt's brain and his memories, but technically I am dead, so am I really Rentt? Hearing these words of Rentt, Lauren understands that she has no choice but to trust Rentt. After that, she asks him, now, what are you going to do next? On this, he tells that he wants to become a mithril level adventurer, no matter what happens. But because he cannot go to the guild and take missions in this condition, he requests Lauren to bring missions for him. Now Lauren tells him that you will not be able to stay anywhere else in this condition, so you can stay here, but I cannot keep you here for free. So you will have to help me in my research, and by staying here with me, you will learn even more about magic and monsters. Hearing her words, Rentt asks her, are you going to do research on me? On this, Lauren says no, but I can definitely ask for your skin for testing. After that, she gives Rentt a lot of money in exchange for the lime liquid he brought. Taking that money, Rentt goes to a blacksmith shop to buy a new sword, because his old sword was completely damaged. When the blacksmith comes to know that Rentt can use soul magic and divine 3 powers, she is shocked, and tells him that he is the second adventurer who has come to her who can use all 3 powers. The shop owner takes half the money for making the sword, and decides to take the other half after the sword is made. On the other hand, we see Lauren, who was researching about a ghoul and reading. From the books, Lauren comes to know that ghouls are physically strong and expert in surviving, and they like to eat human flesh. Lauren is completely shocked to know that after becoming an undead ghoul, they lose their memories and human emotions. But in Rentt's case, this did not happen, and that is why Rentt is different and special from other ghouls. After that, we see how when Lauren became a doctor at a very young age, Rentt became her assistant and when a goblin attacks them in the jungle, Rentt helps her fight it, and when Lauren comes to know about his knowledge of medicines, she gets quite impressed and requests him to teach her all this. And since then, Rentt and Lauren have been together and know each other. On the other hand, we see Rentt, to whom the blacksmith gives another sword and tells him to use it until his sword is ready. Rentt thanks both the smith husband and wife and leaves from there with the sword. The smith herself could also use soul energy and magic, and she knew that Rentt was affected by some curse at this time. Anyway, after that, we see Rentt sitting at the dinner table with Lauren, and Lauren tells him that I read all the books again and found out that you are completely different from a normal ghoul, so what are you going to do next? On this, Rentt tells Lauren that he wants to live among humans and focus on his evolution so that he can become like before again. Anyway, Rentt had become powerful by killing monsters in the labyrinth and had evolved, so he decides to go back to the labyrinth. In the next scene, we see a man in the labyrinth who was fighting a slime monster, but he was not able to stand in front of that slime monster, and before that monster could kill that man, Rentt comes there, who kills that slime monster and saves that man. That man thanks Rentt for saving his life and requests him to join his party. Actually, this man was a normal chef who ran a restaurant in the city, but due to a lot of debt, he had to become an adventurer. Rentt was not sure about keeping him with him, but because he was a new adventurer, it was also dangerous to leave him alone. Rentt says, okay, you can join the party. At least you can help in carrying stuff. After that, he goes inside that cave with that man where the dragon had attacked him. Inside that cave, they find a secret path through which, moving forward, both of them reach an empty room. In the middle of that room, there was a magical teleportation circle, but only Rentt could see that circle, so that man goes inside the room despite Rentt stopping him, and as soon as he stands on the teleport circle, he gets teleported to another place. Seeing this, Rentt also teleports himself to save that man and reaches that place. Rentt sees that his companion was lying injured on the ground, and in front of him was a giant skeleton monster, because they had unknowingly come to the boss room. Now, because Rentt had become quite powerful, he decides to fight and kill that giant skeleton. Rentt first makes himself and his sword powerful by using his soul and divine power. After that, he attacks the giant skeleton. He attacks its leg and makes it fall down, and succeeds in killing it by attacking its head with the sword. After that, he heals Safe's wounds with his power and makes him regain consciousness. When Safe sees the dead giant skeleton in front of him, he cannot believe that Rentt killed it alone. Anyway, he thanks Rentt for saving his life. After killing the giant skeleton, Rentt decides to give the big magic stone he got to Safe. He cannot believe that Rentt is giving him that magic stone. On this, Rentt shows him his skin and explains that at this time, he is no less than any monster, which is why he cannot go to any restaurant or guild. So he wants that Safe should go to those places on his behalf, for which he immediately agrees. Rentt also requests him for free food in his restaurant, for which Safe agrees. Anyway, after that, he sends Safe inside the teleportation circle and teleports him out of the labyrinth. In the next scene, we see Rentt standing outside Safe's restaurant, and Safe introduces him to his restaurant. The very next moment, hearing Safe's voice, his wife, Isabel, comes, who is very happy to see him safe and sound. The chef tells her that Rentt saved his life and also shows her the big magic stone given by him. Isabel becomes very happy seeing that big magic stone, because with it all their debt can be cleared, and after that both of them can happily start their restaurant again. After that, Isabel and Safe thank Rentt for his help. Now, because Safe did not know Rentt's name, he stops Rentt and asks his name and introduces himself as Loris. Rentt tells Loris his name on the condition that he does not tell anyone. Loris also promises Rentt that he will not tell his name to anyone and says that you can come here anytime to eat. We will be very happy. When Rentt is going back towards Lauren's house, his senses start having strange changes. He is thinking that Loris was a good man. He did not lie to him at all about his restaurant and himself, but perhaps it would have been better if it had not happened. He is thinking this because actually when he was in the labyrinth with Loris, seeing Loris's blood, he felt strange. He probably wanted to kill and eat him because that's what ghouls do, but he controlled himself. But now he says that he will definitely use it on some bad person. Now, when Rentt comes to Lauren, she asks him how was his labyrinth experience, did he find any dragon there? On this, Rentt says no. After that, Lauren starts talking to him and also asks him some questions, but Rentt does not pay much attention to her words and goes to Lauren and hugs her. Seeing this, Lauren asks him what happened. Before she can understand anything, Rentt attacks her and bites her on the shoulder because his ghoul personality had taken over him, which likes to eat human blood and flesh. Seeing this, Lauren pushes Rentt away from herself and says, "Rentt, are you still inside?" She wanted to know if Rentt had lost his memories and emotions and completely become a ghoul. When Lauren confirms that Rentt is still present somewhere, she uses her magic to calm Rentt down and puts him to sleep. Now, after some time, when he regains consciousness, he apologizes to Lauren for attacking her because he also knew that he had uncontrollably attacked Lauren. On this, Lauren tells him not to think much about it. It was just an accident. After that, Rentt tells Lauren that when he saw the blood of the man Loris he met in the labyrinth, from then something started happening to him and he wanted to eat Loris. Lauren listens to him carefully and then tells him to rest, and she also starts going to rest because tomorrow she has to sell a lot of potion magic at the pharmacy and buy necessary ingredients so that she can heal her wound. But Rentt stops her and tells her to show her wound. Hearing Rentt's words, Lauren shows him her wound, after which Rentt uses his divine power to heal Lauren's wounds. Lauren was shocked that Rentt was able to use divine power more than usual. Now Rentt was also able to control his cursed mask and was speaking much better than before. After that, he looks at his own body and becomes very happy because now he is rapidly moving from a ghoul towards a human body, and many positive changes have come in his body. On this, Lauren tells him that these changes in him have come after drinking her blood. Anyway, after that, she tells him that first you became a skeleton and then transformed into a ghoul. She says you are moving towards transformation from ghoul to ghast, which are usually vampire servants, but Rentt had never seen any ghast till date. But there was a question in his mind why he would transform into a ghast. Pair 2. On this, Lauren explains to him about existence evolution, that a powerful monster can change into any form by its own will. You have the desire to become human, so perhaps that's why these changes are happening in you, or it could also be a coincidence, or there could be some special reason behind all this. Actually, till now, Lauren could not understand anything about Rentt changing from skeleton to ghoul, and now the human change is coming in his body. Now Lauren tells Rentt about a ritual in which he will need a small monster, and such small monsters are mostly found in volcano-like places. Lauren also tells him that perhaps these changes in his body are due to the environment, but she was not completely sure about it, but she assures Rentt that he can turn back into a human. After that, Lauren tells Rentt to remove all his clothes so that she can check every part of his body with her magic, but he refuses to do so. Anyway, the next morning after practice, Rentt reaches his shop with the sword given by the blacksmith because it got damaged during the fight with the giant skeleton. The blacksmith is shocked seeing the condition of his sword and asks Rentt if there is no such monster in the labyrinth that could make the sword like this. On this, Rentt tells her about the giant skeleton found in an unexplored area and fighting it. The blacksmith is shocked knowing this and asks if he explored that area, on which he refuses and asks for his sword, but because his sword was not ready yet, the smith gives him another temporary sword. Rentt takes that sword and heads towards the labyrinth and says that he wants to evolve into a human as soon as possible by defeating giant monsters in the unexplored area. After that, we see Lauren, who was making a special kind of serum, and Rentt is sitting in front watching all this. After the serum is ready, Lauren gives it to Rentt to drink, after which he drinks the serum she made and says that it was quite bitter. On this, Lauren tells him that perhaps you are the first person in the world who is able to drink this poison. She is completely shocked seeing that the effect of her healing herbal serum is working on Rentt's body. She asks him if he still doesn't feel sleepy. On this, Rentt tells Lauren that he doesn't feel sleepy at all, but he has the desire to eat human flesh and drink blood. Hearing this, she gives him a serum, which after drinking he realizes that it is not a serum, but Lauren's blood. Lauren knew very well that Rentt has the desire to eat human flesh and drink blood, so she had made that serum by experimenting on her own blood. Just drinking one drop of it quenches all of Rentt's thirst. After that, Rentt tells Lauren that he is now going to the labyrinth, but before that he will need a job by going to the guild. Hearing his words, Lauren tells him that to take a job by going to the guild you will have to show your ID, and if the guild comes to know that you have come back, then there will be a stir in the entire guild. On this, Rentt tells her that I was just a bronze level adventurer, so no one will care. On this, Lauren explains to him that even though you were a bronze level adventurer, people liked you because you helped new adventurers, and the guild was thinking of hiring you. On this, Rentt asks her how she knows all this. On this, she tells him that she also has acquaintances in the guild. After that, Lauren tells him to go to the guild with a new identity. Agreeing to her words, Rentt goes to the guild after changing his appearance. There he meets Tsela, but because of changed appearance, she cannot recognize him. He joins the guild as a new adventurer with Tsela, and when Tsela tells him to do the necessary paperwork for new recruitment, he lies to her that he does not know how to read and write, so Tsela helps him with it. Lauren herself had suggested him to do all this, because if he told the guild his real identity, they would ask him many questions: what happened to him, and how he became like this. Anyway, he joins the guild with new identity and starts his adventurer journey again from level 1, Iron level. Now he had registered in the guild as Rentt Bevan, while his first name was Rentt Faina. So when Tsela sees this name, she tells him about Rentt Faina. About him, that how a few days ago, an adventurer named Rentt Faina went missing. On this, he tells her that he is new in the city, and because Lauren is his relative, he is living with her. Talking to her, Rentt comes to know that Tsela had missed him a lot. Anyway, after all the paperwork is done, she gives him the iron badge and says, from now on, you are an iron adventurer. She also says that he should take care of himself, because seeing him she remembers Rentt Faina. In the next scene, we see Rentt inside the labyrinth, where he sees a very young swordsman and a healer who together are facing a goblin and a low-rank slime monster. Seeing them, Rentt is completely confident that both of them will defeat the monsters, so he sets out to explore the labyrinth. He was thinking that if he doesn't find any giant monster, then he can get promotion by telling the guild about that secret part of the labyrinth, because it was a big thing for an iron rank adventurer. After that, Rentt reaches that part of the labyrinth, which has not been explored yet, with the help of transportation circle. There was a strange room in which an adventurer's skeleton was present. He is completely shocked seeing that someone used to live in this room. Then he meets a girl here who attacks him, due to which he falls far away. Actually, that lady was protecting this room. After his clothes burn in the attack, when that lady sees his body, she says that perhaps she misunderstood him and apologizes to him and gives him her cloak to wear. That lady tells him that this room is special for her, so he should not tell anyone about this room. After that, she gives him a magical map and teleports him out of the labyrinth with her power. Rentt goes to Lauren with that map. When she sees that map, she doesn't understand anything, because its magic is not working on it, so she tells Rentt to try. Rentt looks at the map, and now the complete map of Reflection Moon Labyrinth appears on the map, and that map is showing the location of all the adventurers present in the labyrinth. Seeing this, Rentt and Lauren are completely shocked. Soon both of them come to know that this map can only show the map of that labyrinth in which its owner has gone. The map will not show the map of the labyrinth in which Rentt has not gone yet. After that, Rentt asks Lauren about the cloak given by that mysterious lady. On this, Lauren tells him that this cloak is some kind of armor which will protect him. Now Rentt and Lauren want to know about that mysterious room and that lady, so Rentt decides to go there again. Rentt knew that that lady was very powerful and dangerous, but that lady had not forbidden him from coming back, so he wanted to go there once again. After that, we see Rentt inside the labyrinth, where a skeleton monster attacks him, but he easily kills it and moves forward. After that, when he reaches near the secret door of the labyrinth, he sees that it has now become closed. He is shocked seeing this, so he tries to take help from the magical map, but even that doesn't help. Rentt understands that perhaps that mysterious lady does not want him to come back. On the other hand, we see Tsela in the guild, from whom an adventurer is asking about Rentt, but even Tsela has not got any information about Rentt yet. Actually, inspired by Rentt, many people became adventurers and they are missing him. Sela also liked him somewhere, due to which she became a guild employee. But because nothing is known about him, she is quite upset. Sela is thinking all this when suddenly Rentt comes there, who asks her for a mission to kill 3 orcs. At first Sela refuses to give him that task because facing 3 orcs together was quite a difficult task for an iron level adventurer. But when Rentt tells her that he has killed orcs before she gives him that mission, and also advises him to take care. In the next scene we see Rentt back in the guild, where he shows Sela the meat of those 3 orcs whom he was given the task to kill from the guild. Sela is shocked seeing that Rentt completed such a difficult task alone, even after being an iron level adventurer. Sela is quite impressed with Rentt. She tells Rentt to wait a bit and goes inside, and after some time comes back with some documents and tells him that she has talked to her senior and convinced him for his bronze level promotion. To go to bronze level, Rentt just has to give a small exam for which he is ready because he wants to reach mithril level as soon as possible. When Lauren comes to know after he returns that Rentt has registered in the guild as Rentt Bevan, she tells him, "Why did you register with my surname? You know people will talk." On this, Rentt says, "There is nothing to worry about. I come to your house often, and so that people don't talk, I introduced myself as your relative in the guild." The next day Rentt reaches the guild to give the bronze level exam. Sela is shocked seeing Rentt there because she thought he might not come. Now the examiners come there, who tell all the candidates that first there will be a written exam, and only those candidates who pass the written exam will be allowed to give the further practical exam, and then they will become bronze level adventurers. Rentt sees that the swordsman and healer he had seen in the labyrinth have also come to give the exam. Now because Rentt had given this exam before, he easily passes this exam. Sela praises him seeing his good marks in the exam, after which Rentt asks her what he has to do in the practical exam. Sela tells that he has to form a team and complete the task. After that Sela calls those swordsman and healer whom Rentt had seen in the labyrinth and tells them that now these 3 are a team for one day and should complete the task together. The swordsman's name was Rise and the healer's name was Laura. Rise and Laura tell Rentt about their powers, after which Rentt also tells them about his powers, that he fights with a sword and can also use magic with spirit energy. Rise and Laura could use bean power, but Rentt does not tell them about his secret powers. Now the teachers come there, who give a map to all the candidates and tell them that all of them have to go to New Moon Labyrinth by following their map and reach the place mentioned in the map. The team that reaches there first will also be given a reward. Not only this, the candidates can go to any extent to complete this task. After that he sets out towards New Moon Labyrinth, with both his partners and the other teams are also moving in that direction. In New Moon Labyrinth he tells to buy a new map, because the map given by the teacher was quite old. Rise and Laura did not have enough money to buy the map, so Rentt buys the new map with his own money. When they compare the purchased map with the map received from the guild, the new map is really better than the guild's map, after which Rise and Laura thank Rentt for it. After that he enters inside New Moon Labyrinth with Rise and Laura. Inside they find some skeleton monsters which they kill very easily. During the fight Rentt is quite happy seeing the teamwork of Rise and Laura. Inside Rentt also finds a strange powder, which is usually used by humans only, and because of that powder skeleton monsters were coming that way. Rentt understands seeing this that there must be some humans also hiding in the labyrinth with whom they might have to fight, and he tells Rise and Laura to be ready for it. Seeing the danger, Rentt decides to stay in front. Moving a little further, a group attacks them from above. Rise and Laura fight bravely together with Rentt. Rise and Laura together fight the group leader and defeat him. On the other hand, Rentt is fighting the rest of the group members and easily defeats them. Seeing Rentt's strength, Rise and Laura decide to follow him, after which these 3 move forward. After they leave, a man comes to that group who was hiding during the fight, and now he has doubt on Rentt. He says, "Perhaps I know who this guy could be." On the other hand, now even the big officials in the guild have started having doubt on Rentt, because he is more powerful and intelligent than his level, and they do not have much information about Rentt. So the officer tells Sela to immediately inform them if anything is known about Rentt. On the other hand, Rentt reaches near the floor boss room in the labyrinth with Rise and Laura, but suddenly another group of candidates also comes here, who make fun of small age candidates like Rise and Laura in Rentt's group, and also misbehave with Laura. Rentt gets angry seeing this and points his sword towards them. Seeing this, all the guys get scared and say that they were just joking. They also start telling them to go first, but Rentt offers them to go into the boss room first, due to which that group becomes very happy. Rise tells Rentt why is he being foolish by sending the other group into the room first, because in this way they will lose. But the very next moment, when all the candidates who went inside the room come out injured. Then Rise and Laura understand that Rentt sent the other group into the room first for their safety only. Rentt explains to Rise and Laura that if an adventurer feels that he cannot win the fight, then running away from there is the best option for him, and this does not make anyone a coward. Now Rise and Laura have decided to go inside the room and defeat the boss monster, because they want to become bronze level adventurers. Rentt is very happy seeing the bravery of both of them and goes inside the room with both of them. Upon entering the boss room, they find a giant lime monster which starts attacking them. First Rise moves forward to kill that monster, but he quickly understands that he cannot defeat it alone because the lime monster is much more powerful than him. Now Rentt had already explained to Laura that they cannot defeat the lime monster by using strength, so Laura decides to use her fire magic on the monster. Here the lime monster is overpowering Rise, so Rentt helps him. During this, Laura also gets ready to use her fire magic. She completes her magic spell and attacks the monster with her fire magic, due to which the lime monster becomes weak in a short time. Before the lime can regenerate itself, Rentt breaks its magical stone and destroys it. After killing the boss monster, Laura and Rise are very happy. After that, Rentt tells them to collect the liquid of the monster because they can earn money by selling it. The very next moment, the candidates of the other group also come there, but they become unconscious after getting trapped in the sleepy gas trap in the room. Now Laura and Rise understand that the guild master did not tell them to reach the room first, but just to complete their task. And this was the reason Rentt was stopping both of them from taking any wrong step in haste. After that, Rentt comes back with Rise and Laura to the examiner, where he gives them the bronze level badge for completing the task, and also gives them some gifts as bonus for reaching the boss room first, and says that by showing this badge on the desk, they will get their official tag. Laura and Rise become very happy seeing this. All three come to Sela with their badges, where they get the official bronze level adventurer tag. Now that boy comes to Sela, who was keeping an eye on them in the labyrinth. Actually, the guild had sent him to keep an eye on them, so that he could find out whether these three are good and decent adventurers or not, because the guild does not promote bad adventurers, but these three had passed in every aspect in the exam. Now because the mission is completed, the time has also come for Rise, Laura and Rentt to separate. Rentt had helped Rise and Laura a lot during the mission, and had also taught them a lot, so both of them thank Rentt. Both of them wanted to work with him as a team, but this was not possible because Rentt had some different plans. After Laura and Rise leave, Sela asks him what happened to him. Hearing Sala's words, Rentt understands that Sela knows about him, so he tells her that if the guild wants to punish me by considering my truth wrong after knowing it, then I will leave the guild forever. On this, Sela tells Rentt that the guild does not know his truth, and the one keeping an eye on them in the labyrinth was none other than her brother. I just want to know what happened to you. She wanted to know this in any case what happened to Dent, because Dent had changed the lives of her and many people like her and helped them. So Sela also now wants to help him. But to make Rentt trust her, she decides to make a magical agreement, according to which she will not tell Rentt's truth to anyone, and if she does so, she will have to pay penalty from the magical force, and along with that she will go to some country where slavery is common, and she will spend the rest of her life as a slave. Rentt is surprised hearing all this that she is ready to go to this extent. Rentt signs the agreement, and after showing Sela his real face, tells her about all the events that have happened to him so far. Sela becomes very sad knowing this, that Rentt is facing so many difficulties alone, and she decides to help him. After that, Rentt takes her to Lauren's house, where Lauren is not happy at all seeing Sela with him, because she herself has started liking Rentt somewhere. Now when Rentt and Sela are sitting with Lauren starts scaring Sela that she is a bad woman who kills and eats children, but Sela knows about Lauren that she is a researcher, so she is not scared. After that, Lauren tells them to have dinner together. After that, all three have dinner together, and Sela comes to know that Rentt cooks Lauren's food and also cleans the house. She also comes to know that Rentt drinks Lauren's blood to keep himself under control. After that, Sela tells Rentt and Lauren that for some days many knights are disappearing in the kingdom. On this, Lauren says that monsters must be killing them, but Sela says that if monsters were killing them, then some of their belongings would definitely be found at the crime scene. Actually, the guild has suspicion on some special people behind this, including Rentt. Hearing this, Rentt decides not to go to the labyrinth for a few days, so that the false suspicion on him is removed. In the next scene, we see Laura and Rise, who after becoming bronze level adventurers are waiting for a good mission. Here Sela is with the guild master. The guild master asks Sela about Rentt Faina, if anything is known about him, because they are thinking of including him in the guild. On this, Sela suggests the guild that the new Rentt is also a great knight. Actually, now she is trying that the guild master should consider the new Rentt in place of the old Rentt, because both are the same. The guild is completely unaware about this. After that, we are shown that Rentt sets out for the labyrinth again. Without telling Lauren, she comes to know, and says that Rentt should not have gone, at least until the real culprits of the kidnapping situation come. Here he gives him his sword, and tells that he has made adjustments in the sword as he said, and he can use mana in it, and also tells him to test it. After that, Rentt first buffs the sword with magic, and uses it on a bundle of wood, and easily cuts it into 2 pieces. Seeing this, the smith says that he and his mana have become more powerful than last time. After that, Rentt uses spirit energy and divine on the bundle, due to which new leaves have grown on it, seeing which he is a bit surprised that he can also do divine, and says that divine is usually given by gods only, so how does he have divine? On this, Rentt tells him that once he had repaired an abandoned shrine, and perhaps because of that, he has divine. Rentt asks him to test the sword once more, and the smith says that you have already tried everything, what is left now. On this, Rentt says that he wants to use all powers together by buffing on the sword. Hearing this, the smith asks him if you have ever heard about mana fusion. Rentt says that he has only heard some rumors about it. The smith warns him, and says that to use 2 or more powers together, you have to master it first, because if there is any mistake in it, then your body can explode. The smith asks him again if he still wants to try, and Rentt answers yes, because he feels that his body is much more powerful than an ordinary human. Before that, the smith gives him another sword, so that he does not destroy his own new sword. Now Rentt starts buffing the sword and himself with magic and spirit energy. Due to this, pressure starts increasing on his body. All this feels to him like he is filling things inside an already full box, due to which he cannot stop himself, and throws the attack on the wood. The smith, seeing this, tells him that 2 powers were already enough for him, so will he use divine? Rentt says of course. After that, he buffs divine also with magic and spirit energy, and says that he will definitely become a mithril class adventurer. The smith sees that due to his intense magic, cracks are starting to appear in the sword. Then Rentt throws the attack on the wood, due to which the sword gets destroyed, and transforms into a small ball. After that, the smith gives him his sword, and says that this sword is made to handle divine, but it is not made for what you just did. Rentt asks what will happen if such an enemy comes in front of him, whom he cannot defeat with simple mana fusion attack. On this, the smith says that then he will need dozens of such swords. Rentt does not have money for this. After that, Rentt starts coming back and realizes that for good equipments, and to become a mithril class adventurer, he needs a lot of money. Then his eyes fall on an adventurer from whom a boy is asking for help. But the adventurer refuses, saying that he cannot accept any such job which is not from the guild, because it can cause problem for him. Then Rentt comes here and gives some money to that adventurer, and tells him to cut it, and there is no guarantee of this, but what is the job? That boy requests to defeat the Lord of the Lake. After that, they go to Lauren. That boy introduces himself as Duts, and tells that he has come from Totsuka village. On this, Rentt says that he has heard about that village, and there is also a strange festival celebrated there. On this, Duts tells that there is a legend in his village, according to which to save the village, the villagers offered a girl whose body was filled with mana to the Lord of the Lake, and even today, to remember that day, they celebrate this festival every year, and one girl plays the part of sacrifice, but actually no one's sacrifice happens. But this time the Lord of the Lake really appeared, and they ate the girl who was playing the sacrifice, and now the Lord of the Lake are demanding sacrifice of more girls, due to which many girls of the village have already died, and now the next number is of his own sister, which he does not want to happen at all. Now Rentt comes to his village with Duts, and he sees a mark on the door of Duts's house and asks about it. On this, he tells that because this time it is his sister's turn, so this mark has been made on their house door. After that, Duts's sister Amiris opens the door and takes him inside and gets angry on him, that who is this strange man whom he has brought with him. On this, Duts says that he is a good man and has come to help us. Amiris opens the door and tells Rentt that this festival has been going on in the village for a long time, and she does not want to save her own life and put the village in danger, and tells Rentt to go back. But Rentt refuses and says that Duts has hired me, so I cannot resign from this job on your saying. The next day, Rentt starts roaming in the village, where his eyes fall on a merchant's caravan, where the merchant feeds some dried fruits to the village children and requests them to send their parents so that some of his sales can happen. Rentt comes here, and seeing his appearance, the children run away, and the merchant, seeing him, asks if he has not seen him before, has he come for the festival. On this, Rentt says something like that. The merchant tells that he has come at a very wrong time, because the Lord of the Lake is angry, and the villagers do not even have time to buy my goods, and he should leave from here. Then Dutz calls Rentt for lunch. Rentt asks him about the merchants, on which he tells him that these people often come here and are quite good people. Now at night the village people start preparing Amiris for sacrifice and apologize to her, saying that this sacrifice is very necessary for the entire village. Amiris says that she has no regret about this, and she does not want to anger the Lord by not giving sacrifice. After some time Rentt comes here and tells her that you should not be in such a hurry for sacrifice and should think about your brother, he is your only family. He also says that he and Dutz will handle the Lord of the Lake. But Amiris says that the Lord of the Lake is not a weak being that anyone can handle them. Rentt says that she will have to trust for her brother. She does not have to sacrifice herself to the Lord of the Lake. After that rituals happen and Amiris is sent to the lake for sacrifice. Rentt and Dutz are also with her. Then they see a light and a big monster comes out of the lake. Amiris feels that this is the Lord of the Lake, but Rentt goes in front of the kraken monster and stands on the water. Seeing this, Amiris and Dutz both are shocked how he is able to do this, but actually this was an alchemy which Lauren had given him. Anyway, the kraken monster, seeing Rentt coming in between, starts attacking him with fireballs. But kraken monsters usually cannot use fireballs, so he gets suspicious. So he dodges seeing his attacks and tries to attack him. But that monster was just an illusion. And on the other side there was a big ship which belonged to the merchant people. Seeing this, Rentt understands that these are the people who create this fake Lord of the Lake illusion and use magic to do fire attack. He should have made them confess and return, but now it is too late. The merchant's children start attacking him, but Rentt handles this merchant's group. The next day Amiris tells the villagers the truth about the merchant, that how these people were taking the sacrifice of girls by creating illusions. The elder villager asks the merchant about the rest of the girls, so he tells the truth that all those girls are alive and their plan was to sell them to another country. Hearing this, some people immediately go to bring the girls back. Now Rentt's job is completed, but Dutz and his sister tell him to stay after the festival. But Rentt had to return to Malt, so Amiris thanks him for the last time, and Rentt comes back and tells the whole story to Lauren. Here Lauren teases him, saying that Amiris has not fallen in love with you. On this, Rentt says there is nothing like that. Anyway, after that, Rentt comes to take a new job from the guild, but because he was in the labyrinth, he needed some job. His eyes fall on a job in which he has to bring dragon blood flower, and the reward for it is only 1 bronze piece. No one will accept such a dangerous job at such a low price, so he accepts this job, and seller tells that dragon blood flowers are found near poisonous swamps. Rentt sees that someone needs this flower for medicine, and this job is from the orphanage children, and they need this dragon blood flower to save someone's life. After that, Rentt comes to that orphanage. A small girl opens the door, and Rentt tells her that I am the adventurer who has accepted their dragon blood flower job. Hearing this, that girl immediately calls him inside and introduces him to the rest of the children. This girl introduces herself as Alice, and Rentt also tells that he is a bronze level adventurer. Hearing this, Alice is shocked because she thought that no one above iron rank would accept her job. Anyway, Rentt tells that dragon blood flowers are not easily available, and this job is quite dangerous. On this, Alice says that she knows this very well, and dragon blood flowers are not available in any store either, and if they are available then they will be so expensive that they cannot afford it, but she needs only 1 flower. Rentt asks her why she needs this flower, on which she requests him to keep this matter secret. Alice then introduces Rentt to head mistress Lillian, who tells Rentt sorry I could not welcome you, and introduces herself as the priestess of this place and the church. Lillian knew that he had come to kill the monsters in the basement, not to bring dragon blood flower. Alice tells about Lillian's illness, that she is a divine user, but when someone does not have divine, then every time that person uses divine, evil energy starts accumulating inside him. And the same is the case with priestess Lillian. She is slowly dying and they need dragon blood flower to save her. Rentt asks her if Lillian knows about her illness. On this, Alice says no, because if they come to know, then they will hand over this church and orphanage to some other priestess and leave accepting death as God's gift. Rentt says then they have to bring that flower before that. Alice is quite happy that someone accepted this job, because she did not expect that anyone would accept this job, and that is why she had also thought of becoming an adventurer herself, and bringing the flower, on which Rentt says that training is needed to become an adventurer. Anyway, now because he has accepted the job, he first comes to kill the monsters in the basement, and there he finds many dangerous rats, among which one attacks Rentt and cuts his hand. Rentt throws and kills it, and notices that the rat's color has changed. Rentt remembers Lauren's vampire talk, so he orders the rat to make a circle around, and that rat also follows his order. Seeing this, Alice is shocked. Now Rentt comes back to Lauren's house with the rat, where she asks him about the rat. So he tells that this rat is now his party member. Lauren understands that Rentt can also control monsters like vampires. And this happened because the rat had tasted Rentt's blood while attacking him. Rentt asks if he can keep this rat. Lauren agrees, but on one condition, that the rat will also have to give blood and hair samples for her research like him. After that, she asks him if he has given it any name, on which Rentt names it Black, seeing its color. But Lauren does not like it, and she names it Edale. Rentt says it liked this name. Hearing this, Lauren asks him if he can understand its language, on which Rentt says that he cannot understand its language, but he can understand to a great extent what it is thinking. The scene shifts, and we see Rentt awake at night, because he cannot sleep, and is thinking that somehow he has to pass time. Then Lauren comes, who has cooked food for him, because he is going to the poisonous swamp tomorrow morning, and Lauren already knew about it, because that is the only place where dragon blood flower is found. She also tells him about the Tarascan monster which lives there. He will not be able to defeat it alone, on which Rentt says that if that is the case, then he is not going to fight that monster but avoid it. But Lauren still gives him a bottle of holy water, with which he can keep distance from the Taras monster. After that, Lauren tells him to eat the food before it gets spoiled, and when Rentt eats the food, he finds it very tasty. On asking the reason, he comes to know that Lauren's blood is mixed in it. The scene shifts, and the carriage man drops Rentt outside the poisonous swamp, and says that he cannot go further, and will come to pick him up in the evening. Rentt notices that there are quite rare animals and plants here which are found only here. Even the monsters living here are more powerful than the monsters found in the labyrinth. Then he notices some goblins here who start attacking him with arrows. But Rentt is no low-level adventurer, he kills them in one stroke, and tells Idol not to always sit on my shoulders like owners. What help do you do? Rentt moves forward and realizes that being undead also has its fun, because due to this poisonous swamp cannot harm him at all. Anyway, while talking, Rentt falls into the water, and Idol jumps first to save himself. Then a monster attacks Rentt, which he kills and comes out. Here we see Lauren and Sela, where she tells that the guild has come to know about Tosu village, where along with a girl named Amiris, other girls were also saved from the merchant. But no villager told who that adventurer was who helped them, and this was because if they did so, the guild would have suspended Rentt along with penalty. Anyway, Sala then asks Lauren if she knows why Rentt wants to become a ethereal level adventurer. On this, Lauren says no, and anyway she never tried to ask, because she does not want to poke her nose in his personal matter. Here Rentt comes face to face with the Tarask monster, and he tries to run away from it because the holy water given by Lauren did not work on the monster, but soon a dead end comes in front of him. Now he has no choice but to fight the Tarask monster. He starts attacking it with his magic, but nothing happens to the monster. Rentt also knew that he cannot defeat it with just mana attack, so he attacks it by buffing spirit energy and mana together. But even then the monster does not get any fatal injury. Then his rat moves towards the monster and starts climbing on it. Rentt sees that the rat is using his divine and enters its mouth. After some time it comes out, and Rentt stops it from using his powers without permission, but then he notices that the monster starts writhing in pain. Seeing this, Rentt understands that its weakness is divinity magic. So this time he buffs the sword with divinity, and dodging its attack separates its neck from its body. He gives some credit to the rat too, on which Rentt says, "Yes brother, thank you very much too." After that he keeps Tarask in his bag, and comes to that area where thousands of dragon blood flowers are in front of him. Seeing the surrounding area, he understands that because of these flowers, only this area is not poisonous at all, and clean water is flowing. He was about to pluck the flowers when the rat alerts him, and he sees an unknown elf here, who says it is quite surprising to see someone in this area. Rentt, seeing him, asks if he has come alone, on which he says yes. But Rentt says this is Tarask's swamp and this place is not for ordinary people at all, so I feel you are not a normal human. On this, that elf says that I have an item that protects from poison, holy water that can drive away the Tarask monster, and there is also a map of this place. He also tells that he also needs some dragon blood flowers, and asks Rentt if he can take some flowers. Rentt has no problem with this, after which he plucks some flowers for himself, and Rentt asks if he needs only this much, on which he says yes, and he needs these for his mistress. Rentt asks if she is very ill, on which he says it seems so. Rentt says, I don't know if it will make any difference or not, but I will pray for them. Now this man offers Rentt a job because they need someone who can bring dragon blood flowers for them, and they will also give him good money. Rentt likes his offer, after which the elf introduces himself as Isaac and says that after returning he will make all the arrangements. After that, Rentt comes back and tells Sela to return that bag and says that he needs a butcher. Hearing this, Sela is shocked and asks if he really killed the Terraskin. Rentt tells her to speak softly because everyone in the guild is looking at them. After that, Sela starts taking Rentt to the butcher because Rentt had to get the Terrask monster's body butchered, from which they could get many different types of materials. Basically, he himself also knows, but for this work it was necessary to take help of a professional. After that, Sela introduces him to Dario the butcher, after which they go to his butcher shop and make all preparations and also wear masks for poison. In front of Dario, Rentt takes out the Terrask, from which poison is coming out. Dario gets quite impressed seeing Rentt and the Terrask body in good condition and says did he kill it in a single hit, on which Rentt says yes because he had no choice. Rentt asks if he will get good money for it, on which Dario says yes, he will get quite good money. After a while, Rentt and Sela come out and Sela says that you have become much more powerful than before. Did you really kill that giant Resk monster alone? This is a very big thing. I think now you can easily get promoted to silver rank. After that, Rentt starts thinking about Isaac, that he did not look like an adventurer, but he must be powerful. In power rank, he would be silver or close to gold. Then he starts thinking about himself too, that he has reached this level only by taking advantage of his undead body, and without this power, he was just a weak adventurer. After 10 years of hard work, he had reached there. And if he becomes like that again, then perhaps becoming a mithril class adventurer will remain just a dream for him. The next day, Rentt goes to the orphanage and tells Alice that the job is completed and gives her the dragon blood flower. After that, these people meet herbalist Norman and healer Ambert, who were quite impressed with Rentt because bringing dragon blood flower, that too for a bronze class adventurer, is very difficult. Norman and Ambert were the ones making medicine for Priestess Lillian, and Norman asks if he can use the remaining flowers because there are many people who need it. Seeing this, Rentt asks him if he needs more flowers, on which he says yes, why not. Rentt puts many flowers in front of him and says that there is no need for him to pay for it, just use them well. Norman thanks him and says that with this he will be able to help many people. Ambert also says that if he ever needs anything he can ask them. After that, Alice gives him the job completion papers and says that she will always be grateful to him, and says if only she could be of some help to him, on which Rentt says that he also needs help sometimes, and whenever that happens he will definitely ask her for help. Before leaving, he also tells Alice about training for adventurer, because she also wanted to become an adventurer. He says that the guild gives adventurers their class according to powers, and he also promises to train her, and also says that he has a friend who can teach her magic in her free time. But Alice refuses because magic training costs a lot which she cannot afford. On this, Rentt says that if that is the case, then he can lend her money without any interest, and when she starts earning, she can return it. Alice agrees to this. Now Rentt comes to Lauren's house and tells about Alice, on which Lauren says, yes. Right said, nowadays I am quite free so I can train her. But you should think carefully about your words, you don't know what young girls feel. On this, Rentt says thanks for the advice, but I don't think I meet young girls much. On this, Lauren says, oh, it's not like that, there is one young girl whom you know very well, just see. Hearing this, Rentt asks where who. Lauren was talking about herself, but Rentt does not consider her young, on which Lauren shows a powerful offense magic and says, I have just made this. Let's see how strong and powerful your body is. Hearing this, Rentt immediately starts praising her and says, your innocence reflects the moonlight on the moon. Your face shames the beauty of nature every hour of creation. Your body is as white as snow, as tender as spring. God made you with his own hands in his leisure time. Hearing this, Lauren gets impressed and asks if he says the same poetry to every girl. On this, Rentt says there is nothing like that, he said what he was thinking. Now at night, Lauren stands in front of the mirror and is looking quite happy with Rentt's praise. The next morning we see that the rat is sleeping, so Rentt comes to the guild alone, where Sela tells him, can we talk? Rentt asks what happened, what does she want to talk about? Sela tells him if he knows anyone in the Letter family. Rentt refuses, after which she gives him a letter, in which there is a special job offer for Rentt from the Letter family. Rentt sees that it is from Isaac. Sela asks if he knows him, on which Rentt says, I think that man is a servant of the Letter family. Rentt asks Sela about the Letter family, on which she tells him that this family is the oldest family in Malt, and they have a lot of influence in Malt. I don't know more than this about them because they are very creative. Every generation the guild master is explained well, that they should not trouble the letter family in any way, which means if Rentt wants to stay in Malt here, then he cannot refuse this job. On this, Rentt says that he does not want to refuse this job either. Salah tells him that if he has any problem he can tell her. Here we see the healer and herbalist in the orphanage who have prepared medicine for Lillian, and they also tell her about her illness. Hearing this, Lillian says that if this is the case, then she has to tell for her replacement in the church, on which Norman says there is no need for this. After that, he gives her the medicine and tells her to take one pill daily, due to which she will become completely fine. Alice becomes emotional seeing this and hugs her. On the other hand, Rentt reaches the Letter family's residence, where the guard tells him about the maze. Rentt says that he has just come here for the job, but the guard tells that still he has to go through this maze only, and also tells that no map will work here, because this maze is made with the help of a special magic item. Rentt is surprised that there really is such an item, on which the guard tells that the head of the Letter family has always been collecting magic items, and if he reaches the mansion by passing through this maze, then the head of the family will give him a magic item as a reward. Rentt feels that the guard must have passed through this maze sometime, so he asks him for one advice which he can give. On this, the guard says, "Do not trust the sun." Rentt enters the maze. Here he also tries to use his magical map, but it does not help him. After that, he moves forward relying on his own senses, but even after a long time he is roaming at the same place again and again. After a long time he realizes that he is lost. Now Rentt, somehow wandering, reaches a place where he sees a path. This path was not for the mansion, and he also sees a girl there. Rentt feels that this girl must be the daughter of the head of the Letter family. That girl tells him if he wants to cross this maze or wants to return. On this, Rentt says that he will definitely cross it. That girl tells him to take a break and offers tea, for which Rentt agrees. She serves him tea, and Rentt comes to know that this tea set is also a magical item, and it can make every kind of flavored tea which has ever been made in it before. Rentt likes this item and asks where she got this item. She tells that there are two types of magical items, one that are found in the labyrinth, and the other that craftsmen make by seeing the original. And this tea set is an original item which is 200 years old and was found in the labyrinth. She also says that its price is about 300 platinum coins. Hearing this, Rentt is shocked, because with just one platinum coin, a person can easily live his life. Seeing this, Rentt understands that these people are quite wealthy. Now as soon as Rentt drinks the tea, his mask automatically transforms, which that girl sees and is shocked, and asks if this is also a magical item, and where did he get it. Rentt tells yes, this is a magical item which was given to him by some acquaintance. That girl says, "Sorry, will you sell it? I will give you quite good money for it." Hearing this, Brent starts thinking that he can become rich by selling it, but he does not know how to remove that mask. And anyway, because of this, only he is able to hide his undead identity, so he rejects her offer. She also apologizes to him, saying that she should not have done this because this magical item must be special for him. After that, Rentt thanks her for the tea, and that girl gives him a hint that he should avoid looking towards the sun. After that, Rentt again starts roaming in the maze, but he cannot see the mansion. Rentt then looks towards the sun, and he notices that he was teleporting again and again, and because of this he is still stuck at the same place. It becomes evening while coming out of the maze, and he finally comes out. He sees that same girl and Isaac in front. That girl welcomes him and introduces herself, saying that her name is Laura, and she is the head of the Letter family. Rentt is shocked seeing this, that she is the head of the family. Anyway, Rentt introduces himself and asks if he is going to get a reward for crossing the maze. On this, Rentt says can he get that magic item with which this magical maze was made, on which Laura refuses, and Rentt says that he was just joking to trouble him in that maze. After that, Laura brings him to show items, where Rentt's eyes fall on a small airship, and he asks Laura about it. Laura tells him if he has seen airships flying in the west, which are flown with the help of this steam in which people sit. Rentt says that he has not seen airships but has heard about them. Laura says that this item is also like that, but it is powered with the help of mana and controlled with a controller. Rentt uses it and is also enjoying flying it, which Laura sees and says does he want this. On this, Rentt starts thinking that this item is just a toy, his inner small child wants it, but perhaps it will not be of much use to him. After that, Laura tells him to focus on the airship model, due to which his PO also shifts directly to the airship, and with its help he is able to see both of them. She tells that yes, he can transfer his mind to the model with the help of the controller. This was a quite useful feature, but it consumes a lot of mana of Rentt. Laura also tells him that the airships flying in the west are based on this model, and this is original, which was found in the labyrinth. Rentt finds this item quite useful because with its help he can easily scout the surrounding area, but along with it, it also uses a lot of mana, so he is not sure about taking it. After that, he starts seeing more magic items, and he sees a painting which he says is just a normal painting. Laura tells him to press the button near it, and as soon as he presses that button, the monsters in the painting come alive, due to which Rentt gets scared. Rentt feels that Laura is deliberately making fun of him, but during this some magical item consumes his magic and a big robot assembles. It was a golem. To stop it, Laura tells Isaac to bring the golem's shutdown device, and he starts searching. Here the golem starts attacking Rentt, and Rentt asks Laura if he can attack it. Laura gives permission for this, and Rentt somehow succeeds in breaking one of its hands, and then he remembers Lauren's words. Lauren had told him about golems earlier, that there is a magical word written on the golem's forehead, which means truth, and if he succeeds in changing it a little to death, then the golem will stop by itself. But Rentt cannot see any word on its forehead, and in this case, Lauren had told that he needs the shutdown device for it, and if there is no shutdown device, then either he will have to run or face the golem and defeat it. Now Rentt calls Isaac and asks if he has found that shutdown device or not. Isaac had not found that shutdown device yet, so he decides to use his mana and spirit energy fusion. Rentt gets ready, and the golem also attacks him, but before that Laura says something due to which the golem stops by itself. Rentt feels that they have found that device. Now all three start apologizing to each other for their mistake, how due to their mistake the golem got activated. After that Lauren asks Rentt if he liked any item. On this Rentt says to explore a little more, and his eyes fall on a bottle, seeing which his body itself tells that this is vampire blood, and drinking it anyone can become a vampire. Rentt asks if this is true, on which Laura says that she has just heard so, and as far as records are concerned, all the people who drank vampire blood either died or went crazy, and if someone became a vampire then he will not publicly accept that thing because he will be killed. But she tells Rentt that he can make quite a fortune by selling it. Rentt makes up his mind and takes it, but he also gets an airship from Laura for the dragon blood flower job. On the other hand, Isaac squeezes the dragon blood flower and makes a drink for Laura and asks her if she liked Rentt. Laura asks him if he felt so, on which Isaac says yes and also tells her to rest. Here Rentt shows the vampire blood to Lauren and tells her that he wants to use it, due to which there will definitely be a positive effect on his body. But Lauren says, doesn't he feel scared? Because according to Laura, those who drank it are not alive, and if they are, then they have gone crazy. On this Rentt says that he is scared, but he also knows that after drinking it, he can evolve and his body needs it. Seeing this, Lauren says that she doesn't care if he remains undead like this for his entire life and stays in her house, but she knew that Rentt will not listen to her because he has to become a mithril class adventurer. Lauren says that this has always been your goal, on which Rentt says yes since childhood. Then Lauren says that I remembered Sela asked me something about you. Rentt says what did she ask, but Lauren says let it be. But Rentt says now that you have asked, don't tease, tell me what she was asking. On this she says that Sela had asked me why you want to become a mithril level adventurer. On this Rentt says did I really not tell you? She says that we have been together for quite a long time, so it feels like that. But actually, you have never openly told me anything about your past. And anyway, you once said that one should never ask an adventurer about his past. Rentt says anyway, there is no special story, it would not be right to call it revenge, but I want to become so powerful that I can stop that incident from happening. Actually, I used to live in a village named Hathla far from the city. So my father used to bring shopping from outside for the villagers, and my age must have been about 5 years when my parents took me outside the village for the first time. My best friend Jinlin was with me, who was quite happy, and her dream was always to roam outside because the world is very beautiful. Here Rentt tells her that the world is full of dangers. On this Jinlin says that you get scared a lot if you remain like this, then you will never be able to become an adventurer, but no problem, I will become very strong and will protect you. Rentt did not even know what an adventurer was, and he was quite shy. On this Lauren says that now you are not like that, you keep training all the time, but Rentt says that if Jinlin was there, then she would be doing all this instead of him, because she wanted to become an adventurer. Anyway, when they were returning from the city, they were attacked. It was a very big and ferocious wolf which had killed their granny along with his parents. Jinlin holds his hand and starts running with him. They had escaped from that wolf, but after some time it comes in front of them. Seeing which Rentt had understood that it is playing with them before killing them. The wolf attacks Rentt, but Jinlin pushes him away, and herself gets badly injured by the wolf's attack. Rentt goes to her and asks why she did this. On this Jinlin says that I had promised to save you, and I fulfilled my promise, but you become very strong. That wolf was about to kill Rentt too, when suddenly an adventurer comes here and tells Rentt to move back. that adventurer starts fighting that wolf and pushes it back. That adventurer tells the wolf to run away and the wolf also moves back and runs away. After that, that adventurer asks Rentt if he is okay, on which Rentt says, "Why didn't you come earlier?" On this, that adventurer apologizes to him for this, but things are not always as we want. After that, Rentt further tells that the dead bodies were brought back to the village. And there he asks that adventurer how he can become an adventurer, on which he tells that for that he has to be at least 15 years old. Not only this, he guides him well, and also tells that, until he becomes 15, he can learn from the village herbalist and old adventurer, and he will also have to learn to read and write, which is very necessary for an adventurer. Rentt asks him if after doing all this, he will become strong, on which he says that he cannot promise this, but with knowledge and combat skills, he will be able to move forward rapidly. After that, that adventurer tells him his name Wilfred, and that he is a mithril class adventurer. He also tells Rentt that when you become an adventurer, then definitely come and meet me one day, and till then do not die until you fulfill your dream. And since then, Rentt has a goal that he too should become a good and mithril class adventurer like him, and that he should kill that monster which killed his family. But he has worked very hard in the last 20 years, but still he is a bronze class adventurer only. But now the time has come to take things to the next level. I don't know if he survives after drinking this vampire blood or not, but he cannot give up. Lauren says okay if he has decided, then she also says that if he dies, then she will bury him properly, and hopes that it does not happen. Now Rentt drinks that blood but nothing happens to him, seeing which Lauren says that perhaps it was fake, but after some time he starts having a lot of pain, and changes start happening in his body. Rentt gets scared that he might not become like those monsters whom he himself kills. Then he hears Lauren's voice, who says that he has to control himself because he has a dream which he cannot give up. Come back, here we see the smith who is making another shot for Rentt, even more powerful than before. On the other side, Alice also starts practice with a broom. In the guild we also see Rise, Rina and Laura, who have come for new jobs, whom Sela welcomes and tells that today they have quite new jobs. Here Rentt's eyes open, who says that he wants to sleep a little more, because it has been a long time since he became undead, and without sleeping. After some time he opens his eyes again and sees Lauren, who is reading about vampires. After that, Lauren tells him to remove his clothes and notices wings on his back. When Rentt sees them, he is shocked, but then they shrink, which Lauren sees, and says that if he focuses, he can make them small or big, which is good news for Rentt, because he could never go out normally with big wings. After that, Lauren checks his teeth and eyes, and it is confirmed that he has become a vampire. The scene shifts and Lauren has brought him outside with her companions, where she asks him if he ever tried to find Wilfred, on which Rentt says that in this country, he has searched for him everywhere. But it does not seem that he is in this country, and he also says that as a bronze class adventurer, it was not safe for him to go to other countries, but now he feels that the time has come. He is no longer weak. On this, Lauren says that I also want to go with you on your journey, if I become free. On this, Rentt laughs and says that I was going to ask you for this only, and with this season 1 of the Unwanted Undead Adventurer ends. So far it has only 1 season, and according to the news its 2nd season is in production. There is no official confirmation about its release date, but whenever it comes I am here to explain. Till then you guys can watch the other videos, and if you like this explanation, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will meet you with some new anime. Bye.